Hello and welcome back to my craft room. I've got a little, or not so little, bag of fabric scraps to open with you today. Now I blame Maggie Morris for this one. Thanks, Maggie. Maggie let me know about a company called Megan Crook Textiles based in Nottingham here in the UK. They make a beautiful handmade, kind of one of a kind clothes, all very sustainably sourced. I'm going to give you a quick look at the website, and the reason Maggie, that their clothes are absolutely to die for, beautiful, out of my league price wise, unfortunately, I think, although they have tempted me with a 20% off offer. But out of my league, really, to be honest. But absolutely beautiful. I'll give you a quick peek in a minute. The reason Maggie let me know about them was because she thought I might be interested in their scrap packs. If you're a regular viewer, you will know how much I love my Bazaar scrap packs. I think these are going to be completely different. The Bazaar ones are silk and cotton and beautiful bouquets and things sourced in India, rescued from the textile industry in India. These are going to be a completely different kettle of fish, and I think I'll use them for completely different kinds of projects. So I think I'm going to love these just as much, but in a different way. I cannot wait to get in here. I ordered a pack of a 2 kilo, so they do 1 kilo and 2 kilo fabric scraps. The 2 kilo pack was £7.50. The 1 kilo pack I think was £5.95, and if you sign up for their newsletter you can get 10% off your first order, and that kind of paid for the postage. Then while I was in there I thought, well, I might as well make it worth my while, so I also ordered 3 of their bougie bags in 3 different colours. And let me give you a quick look at the website. So here we go, here's the home page. Here's the, actually if I go a bit further down here you can see some of the beautiful, this one caught my eye, patchwork maxi dress. Look how beautiful. See, 20% off that, under £100, special occasion dress. But I've been getting into dressmaking myself recently and doing thrift flips and things, as you know, so I will have a go at making something like this myself. Beautiful. Look at it here with this coat, this will be theirs as well. Like a velvet duster coat kind of thing. Gorgeous. I love this sustainable patchwork collection. Look at this. Look at this velvet one. Whoa, beautiful. But as I say, bit out my league price wise. I'm sure it's worth it. The work that goes into it. They design all of them, do all the patterns and everything. Put everything together by hand. Each one of these, because they're made of patches of fabric, will be unique as well. Love that whole look. Very me, that. Even down to the boots. I want her boots. Anyway, that's not what we're here to look at. So if you go into workshop and kits, go into kits. So here's the bougie scraps small bag, and the colour choices were, so it's £3.50. Rainbow mixed, purple, blue, yellow, orange, green and pink. I think I went for a green and a pink and a blue. Kind of wish I'd gone for a rainbow mixed now. And I expect these to be, if you have a quick look here, I expect these to be a really fun, possibly quite leery mix of all kinds of fabrics, so you can see very, very different from what I get from Bazaar. I love them both. I'm going to love them both in different ways, I think. So yeah, really excited to get into this bag and have a look. So yeah, I ordered 3 of these bougie scrap bags and 1 of the fabric scraps, which seems to be sold out at the moment. You just have to choose 2 kilo or 1 kilo. There we go, £5.95 for 1, £7.50 for the 2 kilo. So they're just really charging you for the price of the packing and posting, really. But altogether what I've got in this bag was just under £20 by the time I'd taken that. There's also this bag of bougie scraps and bigger bits for £21, which I bet is lovely as well. Anyway, I think you can tell by the kind of clothes they make that the scraps are going to be really fun. I think what I'm going to do is take the whole lot out and get the rustling bag out of there. The Textile Guru, this is their sister company apparently, where you can buy their fabrics and haberdashery, also based in Nottingham. So here we go, these are the 3 bougie bags. So these are £3 each, £3.50. There we go. These look fun, we'll go in properly in a moment. Well, that one feels so much more than that one. Just got fatter kind of fabric in it, I guess. The postage that I paid was £1.95. Very, very reasonable, I would say. This postage, the postage on this parcel actually said £5.89. So I think that's very reasonable. I only ordered, I can double check, I ordered less than a week ago anyway, just a few days ago, so they've come pretty quickly. So I'm going to go into these smaller bags first. So these are the small bougie bags. This is the green, obviously. Very excited to see what's in here. So this is £3.50 plus the post and packing. And I suspect where the bazaar scraps are mostly natural fabrics, silk, linen, cotton. You get some velvets, brocades and things, but mostly kind of natural fabrics. A lot of these are going to be quite leery, synthetic. Yeah, but really fun. Look at this. All that feels beautiful. Oh, I can have a lot of fun with this. Do you know that this pack makes me think of my friend Johnny, Just Johnny Creations. This is lovely. Got a couple of pieces of this. Some of these might be nice in my new Millefiori project that I'm just starting. Nice little print. Little fun print. Skateboarders. Oh, a lovely little bit of lime green animal print. Oh, hey. Another piece of fur fabric, like a faux crocodile. And then a piece of fringing. It's good. It's certainly going to get my mind buzzing with possibilities for what I can do with these. So what I'm going to do is spread each of these out so you can see what I got in each one. This is definitely what I was expecting, you know, quite leery in a good way. You can imagine some really fun patchworked pieces. Let's go into the blue one. So of course these are the bougie packs, so I'm assuming the other one isn't going to be quite so sparkly and shiny and this. I think I need to make a creature. God, look at those colours together. Absolutely gorgeous. Lovely little trim, little beaded trim. Quite a lot of it actually. Enough to like trim a neckline or... And I like that it's on this ribbon, so you could sandwich it between 2 layers and just have just the beaded edging like that, without the ribbon bit showing. Quite like that. They definitely thinking the Millefiori project. It's an interesting texture. These, they feel like silk or something. I'm not sure. I need to bring you down a little bit, I think. This one feels like silk anyway. This is more like wool feeling. Quilted piece, like a fleecy knit piece. Some fleece, lovely velvet. I'd be interested to see. I hope Maggie's going to share some pictures of what she got in her packs as well. It's got like a metallic running through it. I love this kind of fleecy stuff. It's the same, different print, but the same kind of stuff. Very happy so far. Actually, I think it is better a little bit further away. Okay, let's go into this. That's the green pack, that's the blue pack. This is now the pink. Bazaar has now gone plastic free with their online sale, so they now bundle everything and tie it round with ribbon or cord or whatever, rather than put it in the plastic bags now, which is quite nice. Oh, look at this, lush. Whoa. I could make the hilariest hedgehog ever with that. Oh, beautiful. No idea at all what I'm going to do with it, but you could even incorporate things like this into like a patchworked top or something, couldn't you? Just have little pieces of this. Lovely fleece with butterflies. There's a couple of pieces of that. some more of this. Really nice quality fur. Maybe they use it for around their collars or something. Oh, this is like almost like a really soft toweling is the only way I can describe it. I think it's a kind of fleece, but love it. See that patchworked in amongst some denim and things. Lovely. And then a piece of fringing. Okay, so that's the pink. So that is so those are £3.50 each, so that is £10.50's worth. I'm pretty happy with that for £10.50. It's certainly an inspiring pile of goodies, isn't it? I think what I need to do is I'm just going to scoop all this up, put it out the way, because I've got the big bag to go into now. What I'm going to do is scoop it all up and drop it onto the bag that I've dropped on the floor. Oh, missed a little bit there, look at that. This is strange. It is a fabric, but it feels and sounds, you can tell, almost papery. These little pieces like this will be lovely to incorporate with my silks and things in the Millefiori project, I think. So I guess if I would have just had this and not ordered the 3 extra bags, I wouldn't have paid any post and packing at all. £7.50 would have been it. Pretty good. Oh my word, there is loads here. Okay, I'm going to have to go through it pretty quickly, and this is just going to be a complete mishmash of different pieces. This is quite thin strips. I'm not sure how useful that's going to be. I think what I'll end up using that for is putting it in with my rag rugging stuff, or yeah, I mean it would make like a yarn, like a t-shirt yarn. I'll find a use for it. I will find a use for it. I hope there isn't too much of that, because that's quite a little, you know. I'm going to put these very, very small scraps to one side a minute, I think. Got a longer, a wider piece here, but it's still really just a thin strip. And I can, you know, the pieces like this, I can add to my rag rugging pile, so none of it will be wasted. This is like a stretch, like a t-shirty type material. This is a lovely fabric, and that's a big enough piece to do something with. I don't mind pieces that size at all, because you know I can use them in my slow stitching projects. What I don't want is too much of this. And of course all of these fabrics I assume can be bought in the Textile Guru shop. Yeah, I'll probably go through this in a minute and separate out the larger pieces, because I'll have to find homes for it all anyway, so I'll just separate it out into sizes and colours. Oh, look at that, love that. I'll have a bag for very small scraps that will be good for slow stitching, and I'll have a bag for strips like this that really are only going to be any good for rag rugging or something. There's quite a lot of this kind of jersey type fabric, like knit type fabric, which is fine. Yeah, these are all stretchy. Funnily enough, I ordered this before I thought of the Millefiori project, but actually it's going to lend itself quite well. I've already pulled out a whole load of beautiful silks to use, but I think it'd be fun to mix some of these in as well. Yeah, I would definitely have to go through, I'll go through in a minute, I'll go through it all again and divide it out into larger pieces like this and the little really small strips. And although this isn't in the bougie bag, some of it is quite bougie. If I get a lot of the stretchy type stuff, I will think of a project that specifically lends itself to that. Maybe make myself a patchy t-shirt. That is a fabric I would buy. Oh, look. Hey. Yeah, maybe I'll end up with enough to make a patched t-shirt. That would be good. Because a lot of this is t-shirty. How big a piece could I patch together? And then these strips like this could be patched together as well, or they would be lovely in amongst Kawandi quilts and things. Oh look, this looks like it was being made into, and it's been cut off something that it's been patched together, and a garment's been cut out of it, and this is the leftover. So just got, you know, there's a piece of like a wool felted kind of fabric there. They did have some boiled wool, I think, coats. There's a kind of a fleece there, bit of sequined, a bit more fleece, a bit more sequined. So you can mix all of these different types together. So yeah, I could definitely do the same. See what I can patch together. So little tiny scraps of velvet like that, although that's tiny, that would be lovely in with my slow stitching. So I definitely need to, yeah, sort this a bit once I've finished having a quick first look through. I'd love to be able to make a really colourful coat of many colours. Or t-shirt in many colours. Whoa! Yeah, it's interesting to see the pieces that they have patched together. So you can see they are quite, they are, there's a lot of them are quite small pieces. But I noticed one of the bags, the £21 bag, was bougie scraps and bigger bits or something, what's it called? So that will have more like those bags that I first opened and larger pieces. So I guess if that's what you wanted, that's what you'd go for. But I think I can make use of these bits for sure. Stretchy fabric. There's going to be quite a lot of it. Oh, lovely. So maybe one of those gorgeous garments that I was just looking at and saying it's out of my league, I can't afford them. Maybe I can make something myself. There's another piece of that cotton one. I'd like to make it a mission not to waste any of it. If anybody's watching this that isn't in the UK, they don't send outside of the UK. Tell you what, this would be the most colourful ever rag rug, isn't it? If you just cut the whole lot up to make one amazing rag rug. For £7.50 it would still be a bargain, wouldn't it? I think what I'm going to do is just pile all this up and give you a flavour of what's in there. Look at these. Cool, whatever it was they were making with this must have been spectacular. And with some of them I could just use some of the fabric, any fabric, old cheap, whatever, and apply them to it. Create myself a large piece of fabric that I can work with. Okay, I'm just going to pile all this on now because we're going to be here forever otherwise. More cotton. See what I can patch together. There's some bits of velvet here. Beautiful. Some strange ghosts. Definitely take inspiration from how they've patched things. Love that fabric. I'll definitely buy that if I was there. Ooh, there's quite big pieces of yellow velvet there. When you first look, yeah, if you see too many little strips and bits like that, you think, oh. But actually, I don't think there's much in here that I won't be able to make good use of. Love that one. That's one of my favourites. Definitely a patchy t-shirt and a coat of many colours and a rag rug. I think I will mix all of the t-shirt, either stretchy jersey kind of fabric together. I might separate out the plain cottons. There weren't so many of them. Plain cottons, the t-shirty fabrics, and the kind of other, all the fancy ones. Separate all of them out. Separate out the tiny scraps and the strips, so I can see what I'm dealing with. This is a big old pile. Now it's liberated. You can't see on camera very well, but whoa! Look at this lovely velvet corduroy. That is gorgeous. I think I'm going to go and get my big laundry basket and dump the whole lot in there and have a look to see what I've got. Oh, I love those together. It's actually the next morning. I spent several hours last night going through all of this lot, and I decided I'm going to come back and show you. I've sorted everything out, and I thought it was worth just coming back and showing you what I've ended up with to give you a clearer idea of what was in the packs. So let me take you back to the desk. So what I did was divide it up into, this pile is all kind of stretch knits, t-shirty kind of fabrics. I think what I'm going to do is patch them together, see how much fabric I can make out of them, and make a lovely colourful top. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do with this. There's plenty of other things I could do with them as well, but I think that I'm in the mood for, at the moment, I'm on a bit of a making upcycle clothes kick, so that's what I'm thinking. this one, this animal print one and this sparkly one might jump over into this pile, or some of them. So let's put that to one side. So that's quite a hefty chunk there. These ones were kind of mostly sparklies, except for that one. They're all fabrics that I can cut without fraying, and I'm going to use these to cut circles to be used in my new slow stitched Millefiori project, and I'll mix them together with the beautiful silks and things that I've already put together from my Bazaar scrap packs. So they're very, very different. I think they'll mix together really well, and this will just give me that bit of sparkle that I want. So that's those. Quite a lot of them. Definitely the I can use quite small scraps on that. This little pile here is all velvets. This was my favourite. Only one piece of that, unfortunately, and that might jump over into this pile. I think all of these might jump over into this pile. So there's some of this kind of golden yellow colour, but it's mostly this kind of deep mauvey pink and a royal blue, and a little bit of this gorgeous, I wish there was more of this colour. Love this colour. Doesn't look anything like the true colour on camera. It's much more kind of teal. Love that colour. So that's those. They're all velvets. This pile it includes the ones that were already patched together, so quite a lot of them. So on the bottom I've got this kind of velvet corduroy. Love that. And then all of these already patched together pieces. Then lots of fleece fabric. I did have that in a separate pile, but I think these will all go together now. Kind of fleece and sort of fur fabric, but not fur like this. Bits of fleece, all kinds of things put together. You can see the kind of eclectic mixture of things that they've already patched together. So my plan is that I will continue to patch them together and see how big of a piece I can end up with, and try and create some kind of a beautiful coat of many colours. And I think possibly the velvets will end up getting mixed in with this as well. And those couple of pieces I pointed out from the stretchy fabrics too. Then there was some kind of what I think of as like a true fur fabric. There's really fairy stuff. I'm kind of thinking I really quite fancy making some fantastical creature. I don't know. Or maybe it will end up in my coat of many colours. I'm not sure. There's not enough to make like a faux fur collar with or something, but I could have some patches. It feels absolutely beautiful. There's also a little pile of these trims here, which might get incorporated into the coat of many colours or whatever, I don't know yet. There's a tiny pile of sort of small pieces that will go into my slow stitching stash, where you can use really quite dinky sized pieces, and these will all be lovely for incorporating. I even cut off things like the words from the selvage of the fabric that I can add into quilts and things. So that's those. Yeah, and like where there's a tiny bit of the sequin there. Oh, that looked lovely. A little bit of that in amongst a quilt. So that's the end of the kind of biggish pieces that I ended up with. And then I've got all of these strips. I actually cut them into strips to add to my rag rugging pile, and I think they'll make some lovely colourful and the odd sparkly bits and lovely little additions to my rag rugs. So that'll go in with that stash. And all I've got left that wasn't kind of usable pieces I put into this bag. So they're quite kind of little. I mean, I could incorporate this into slow stitching, but I do have a lot of slow stitching stash. So, you know. So what I've done is I've put all of this together. Some of it I'll cut up a little bit more, but I will use it to stuff things. So I might make another one of those. These little foam phone cushions that I was making the other day, where you pop your phone on them on your lap or whatever, like that. I think these would make good stuffing for one of these. So none of it would get wasted. I will use that for stuffing. So I thought, well, before I go and now put it all away in its different places, I thought I'd come back and just give you a little look at that. So when you look at it like that, bearing in mind I've also got that huge pile of strips for rag rugging, and I've got the little bag of stuffing. All of that was £18.15 altogether, including the postage I had to pay on the 3 little bougie packs. So that was 3 bougie packs and the 1 2-kilogram scrap pack. I just thought you might be interested to get a better idea of what was in there. So in summary, they are very, very different. Absolutely, like I think I said earlier on, polar opposite to the scrap packs I get from Bazaar. They're not going to replace the Bazaar scrap packs in my affections by a long way. They are a very different animal. I think I can mix the two together for that Millefiori project. They will fit together quite nicely with the whole kind of making clothes and things vibe that one at the moment. I would definitely make really good use of them. I don't think I'd use them as often as I would use the Bazaar packs, but it depends on what I'm doing. I just think the great thing about them is that they're going to really get my creative cogs turning. And I really want to be, like with the Bazaar scrap packs, I want to be on a mission to not waste any of it. Not any of it. They seem like a really interesting company. They're doing things as sustainably as possible. I mean, they're synthetic fabrics and things, you know. There's a lot of sequins and things here. I know their work has been done on making sustainable, eco-friendly sequins, but I don't know if these are. But it's nice that they're doing what they can. They're doing what they can to reduce their carbon footprint, and they have a lot of zero waste garments in their collection and things like that, which I very much approve of. So yeah, good luck to them, and I certainly will, when I'm ever in Nottingham on a visit, I will definitely be popping in, because I'd especially love to see the fabric shop, what was it called, Textile Guru. I'd probably like to see the clothes shop as well, but that would be more for ideas than to actually buy something. I'm going to go now and put all of this away, and I'm really looking forward to getting cracking, making use of a few of these things. Watch this space. Thanks very much again for joining me today, and I will see you again really soon. Bye.